Well, I know it's been a while since we posted, and I'm sorry for that. So let me bring you up to speed. Now, it's been so long since we posted. This video is actually from January. So it looks like people are bundled up and working in the cold. Well, it's because they are. And it's really cold this time of year. But the guys are busy trying to stay warm and get the exterior walls up on our building. Concrete contractor, he's been getting busy as well, trying to get all the concrete forms set up and the rebar in so they can pour the second half of the pour. The second half is going to be the back porch, front porch, and the garage. But that's not slowing the building contractor down. As you can see, they're actively building the walls. The concrete contractor, yep, he's been busy, but the rain's been holding us up a bit. Things will dry out enough that they can get in and work, and then, well, there you go. You can see it right there. It rains. Well, it doesn't slow the building contractor down. They can go ahead and work after a rain, but the concrete guys, they got to wait till the ground hardens up. Well, you notice here the walls are made of these 6x6 wood posts, and they will go up. These side walls here are about 14 feet on the main building, and they just support them with some lean-to boards and get the structure up until they can get some trusses on, which will be coming up in just a minute in the video. So, like I said, the weather's been cold, but I think the contractor for the concrete is about to get ready. This is the day before the pour, and we're super excited because we know the final concrete's finally going to get done. You can see here one truss is up, and that's what the building's going to look like once all the trusses are up. So you got the exterior walls, trusses in the middle, and that's it. No interior walls. So this is day before concrete pour, and what you're going to see now is concrete. That's right. The trucks are finally in. We're super excited. Man, this was quite a view looking across the pasture. They had this big old pump truck come in to be able to get up and over the building for the concrete on the back porch. So they poured the garage first thing in the morning. Now they're working on the back porch. Temperatures were still a little cold, but they were warm enough to be able to get the pour in. You can see here that the garage is done. It's still a little wet and they can't get out on it yet, start smoothing it out. But they got it poured. Front porch, back porch is about to be poured, and then all concrete's done, and then we can really go to town on construction. So here's what it looks like. Concrete's done, guys are working, smoothing it out, but we got more trusses happening. We're super excited. So I'd shot a video and just didn't get a chance to post it. Here's what it is. Boy, what a difference a week makes. I mean, 1 week ago, it was overcast, it had been raining, and was pretty chilly. Today, 1 week later, it's mid-50s, sun is out, it's pretty warm, and no rain. And we're grateful for that, that's for sure. So I wanted to bring you up to speed for this week on where we are, and just kind of give you an idea. Right across the creek, this is where our RVs are, over there. That's our homestead campsite for right now, where we've been for the last year or so, I guess almost a year and a half. And we crossed the creek right here, a little bit to our west, and now we are in the pasture area adjacent on the other side of the creek. So that's where the RV campsite is, and right there, I thought it'd be forever before I could say that. That's where the house is going. So, as you can tell, even from here, they've got a little bit of work done this week. We're super excited, and I can't wait to show you. So, it won't be a long video, because this week we had just about every element of weather that you could have that kind of impeded the construction. So we'll give you a look at that. Maybe even a special view at the very end of what it's looking like this Sunday afternoon. So enjoy, and thanks for coming along this ride with us. And hopefully as we get more into the building, we start doing some of the work ourselves. Maybe our videos will be, maybe the videos will be a little bit different. But for now, we get to just show you what it looks like as the contractors are doing some of the work for us. So you can kind of see where we came from, just right over there. And there we go. House is coming up. Super excited. All right, here's what the week looked like. All right, Monday started out with a bang. We had concrete. Temperatures were warm enough. There was no moisture in the air, so they was able to get the back patio poured, as you can see right there. And on the far end of that image is the garage, and they're working on that. The guys were able to get some trusses up on the living part of the building, as you can see. And from this view, again, you can kind of see they're working on the garage, trying to get it all leveled off, and the trusses on the garage are going up. These little square parts that you see right here on the ground that they're working on, those are pillars for the lean-to that will go on the back side of the garage and on the east side of the garage. So Monday, great work being done. Tuesday, not a whole lot happened. They started to work on this, what we call the enclosed breezeway, this little part of the building that you see closest to us right there. They started to work on that, and then the temperatures just got too low, and it started to rain. So they didn't get a whole lot done on Tuesday, and then Wednesday comes along, and they were able to finish up some more on the back part, but our temperatures got super cold, as shown by Sis and her winter wear, as we're trying to stay warm from the cold temps. So anyway, Wednesday, not too much, but a little bit, but super cold temps. I don't know how these guys were able to work. So Thursday comes along, and we had a little bit better weather, a little bit warmer, and the guys were able to get some of the columns up on the back patio. So that's pretty exciting. Things are starting to take shape. We can kind of see how things are going to look. So they got these big 8x8 columns on the back patio that will give us a 15-foot covered patio, and there's a few more trusses. So the guys are making good progress, even though the temperatures are super, super cold. I think we hit single digits on Wednesday, and it wasn't a whole lot better here on Thursday. So same thing on Friday. Temps are just kind of cold. We had a little overcast on Friday. You're going to see that coming up. Not a whole lot progressed. They were able to do a little bit more framing on this back patio that you can see. We're still showing here, but they were able to connect those columns to the building and get up a little bit of the insulation that is put up for the metal that'll go up. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, and maybe you've had the question, but this is a post-frame construction. So you can see all they're working on is exterior part of the building, because this will be totally supported by the exterior walls of the framing. No interior walls are necessary for support. So this building could be, it's a barndominium post-frame, built to where it's hollow in the middle and all the support comes on the outside walls. So that's why you don't see any interior walls going in. This kind of sums up Friday's work. We were super excited. Temps were cold, but you know what? I hear it's supposed to really be warm next week, and we're super excited. So we'll get to show you what's going on next week. Hopefully a ton more will get done, but we'll see. This kind of rounded out our week on Friday. I think I've got a shot here. It's Sunday. Weather got good enough that I could get the drone out and get an overhead shot. So we're going to take a look at what this thing looks like from, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred feet in the air. So low winds, warm temperatures, and that shot of the aerial view is right here. So that's the residential part of the building, back patio, and what we call the enclosed breezeway. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to sharing what we get done next week.